This week's slate of new comics is super exciting. Let's talk about what's on the pull list. Welcome back to Comics Are Dope. I'm BJ Kicks, and this is the pull list, my weekly series where I tell you what's on my pull list, what's on the chopping block, and what books are on the maybe list that I'll be making a game day decision on this new comic book day, February 8th, 2023. And it is a stacked week. It's a week that I'm very excited about, a long-awaited new comic book day. And you probably know why I'm excited, but I'll go ahead and let you know. The book that I am most excited about this week is Static, Shadows of Dakota, issue number 1. Now, this is written and drawn by Nicholas Draper Ivey, and he's also getting some assistance on the writing from Vita Ayala. Look, I don't know how they're dividing up the writing duties, but the art on this is going to be amazing. Static Season 1 was really fun, and I think what was great about Static Season 1 is it's kind of like the perfect blend between the things that worked really well in the comic and the things that really worked really well about the animated series. And in Shadows of Dakota, we're going even further with that whole scheme because we're going to get a story featuring Ebon as the primary antagonist. If you watched the Static Shock cartoon back in the day, you know who Ebon is. But this appears to be like a super gritty, would not be safe on Kids WB take on Ebon and just the whole sort of underworld of Dakota anyway. And I think that is awesome because Static is such a bright spot in the Milestone universe. He's like the optimistic hero. He's the bright, exciting hero where everyone else kind of has like this sort of, not everyone else, but there's like an edge to almost every other Milestone hero, with the exception of maybe Rocket, right? But even she's got her own little struggles. But anyway, not to make this a whole big Milestone review like I always do, I'm excited to see the sort of light side, dark side of Static and Ebon played out in comics, and I'm super excited to see that with art by Nicholas Draper Ivey. So that is definitely the book I am most excited about this week, coming from DC and Milestone Media. Man, it's gonna be great. It's got a cover price of $3.99, and normally I would just get the cover A on pretty much every book, but this book's got like 3 covers, and then it's got a foil version of 2 of the covers. So we've got the cover A by Nick Draper Ivey. We got cover B. Who's cover B by? Let's look, actually. So cover A by Nick Draper Ivey, cover B by Chase Conley, cover C by Olivier Coipel. There's a 1 in 25 variant by Dan Hip. That's more of an homage to basically every version of Static in the multiverse, but with like a sort of almost chibi style. And then there's a 1 in 50 variant and a 1 in 100 variants that are really just foil covers of the B and C covers. I'm getting all of them. I have been saving for this book for a bit. I'm getting every cover as long as they're available at my LCS, of course. But cover A has got a price of $3.99, and you should grab it for sure. Now, since we're talking about Milestone, which is kind of an offshoot of DC, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the DC comic slate that I'm grabbing this week, starting with Batman issue 132. Batman by Chip Zdarsky. This one took a slight step down with issue 131 to me, mostly because Jorge Jimenez is not on this story arc, but then also because the first Chip Zdarsky story arc was kind of an homage to Batman or the Justice League Tower of Babel story, and kind of like roped in Batman RIP a little bit with the Zur-En-Arrh references. And that was really cool, and it felt really smart and fresh. And then we got to the end of that story arc, and now it feels like we're doing the return of Bruce Wayne through Final Crisis all over again. And I don't know, it felt derivative in issue 131, but it's Chip Zdarsky, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and wait this out and see exactly what's about to happen. I'm excited about it, if not cautiously excited about it. But Batman 132's got a cover price of $4.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And next up from the DC Comics slate is The Flash, issue 792. This is part 3 in the 1 Minute War. And the 1 Minute War has been awesome so far. It starts out with heartbreak. Heartbreak continues. We've learned a little bit more, if you got the 1 Minute War special, about the sort of alien speedster race, what their motivation is, what they are trying to accomplish while they're on Earth. But the idea that time is like slowed down for everyone, basically everyone is frozen in time except the Flash family. It's just really awesome. It's highlighting what's great about the Flash family. Jeremy Adams has been doing such a good job on Flash, and I am very, very excited that Jeremy Adams is now going to be writing the John Stewart or the Hal Jordan Green Lantern book, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe he's writing Green Lantern. They just announced that. So that's going to be cool. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table there. But anyway, Flash 792 out this week with a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And the last book on the DC Comics pull list this week is Monkey Prince. Monkey Prince issue number 11. This one is written by Jean Lin Yang with art by Bernard Chang. And I'm super excited about this series. This is like the sort of bright spot in the DC universe, very similarly to how I feel about Static in the Dakota universe. Monkey Prince is just good, like just goofy comic book fun. But they've kind of roped Monkey Prince into the whole Lazarus Planet event. He's a lot more powerful than maybe we realized, or he's a lot more. They're finding a way through this Lazarus Planet event to make a lot of people more relevant in the DC universe. And Monkey Prince is getting that same distinction. This time we're going to see him team up with his dad, the Monkey King, which that's kind of been teased throughout the whole series. It's been fun to watch Marcus like learn more about himself and gain confidence over these 11 issues. Only one issue left until the end. So I'm excited about this Monkey Prince 11. It's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And that's it for the DC Comics on my pull list. So if I just stick to the list, if I was only getting cover A's, my DC Comics would cost me $17. Can't even lie. I don't know how much they're going to cost me because those static ratios are probably going to be pricey, but I'm prepared. It's all good. We're doing it. We're doing this. Anyway, let's talk about the Marvel Comics. Go to the House of Ideas, as they call it, with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 19. Now, we just wrapped up the Dark Web event, and the Dark Web event was nothing if not unnecessary, right? In a vacuum, judging it on its own merit, right? It's fine. It was a fine event. Especially, I enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in issues with art by Ed McGuinness. Like, if you're gonna do a wacky concept, get Ed McGuinness to draw it because it was dope. But it did nothing to serve the overall story that we've been getting teased about for 19 issues. What did Peter Parker do? And we're still not going to learn anything about that until issue 21, because issues 19 and 20 are a sort of side quest written by Joe Kelly with art by Terry and Rachel Dodson, featuring Spider-Man and Black Cat on a date or some sort of adventure where chaos ensues. Look, I honestly would skip it, but I love Terry and Rachel Dodson's artwork. So there we go. And it's Joe Kelly returning to Spider-Man. So I don't know, man. It's so crazy. Like, just talking about this book, it's clear. There's a big sign on my forehead that's like, Marvel is scamming you. And here I am still giving them the money. I'm a sucker, I guess. Anyway, next up from Marvel. Oh, that's got a cover price of $3.99, by the way. I'm grabbing cover A. One of my favorite John Romita Jr. Spider-Man covers, by the way, so far in the run. But next up from Marvel is Black Panther issue number 14. Black Panther, written by John Ridley, art by Germán Peralta. And yeah, this series, John Ridley's going to leave after issue 15. And we've already got an announcement that Eve Ewing is picking up the mantle, which I'm actually really excited about. I'm incredibly excited about what Eve Ewing is going to bring to the Black Panther title. But right now we got to deal with what's in front of us, and that is Black Panther by John Ridley. It has not been the most exciting run for T'Challa. I think that's been compounded by the fact that he wasn't recast in Wakanda Forever, and so people feel a way about T'Challa's treatment over at Marvel right now. I keep holding out hope, right? Because what this feels like, this kind of feels like the J. Cole album, For Your Eyes Only, where it was good, not amazing, and then you got to the last track on the album and you realize it's a concept album and now the whole album has a whole different meaning. Like, I'm hoping this is like that and that it sticks the landing. But what's been happening is T'Challa's been descending deeper and deeper into the depths of self-loathing and just being poor, pitiful T'Challa. And he's been called out on it by like mad people, including Captain America, in a very humiliating way, right? And then instead of us getting like this sort of road to redemption in the last 2 to 3 issues, we keep introducing new twists. And so in the last twist, if you can tell by this cover, Namor shows up and kind of saves the day, which is like, what? And so we're going to see kind of the aftermath of that. We still got 2 issues for T'Challa to be T'Challa again. And I'm not crazy hopeful, but I'm here. So Black Panther 14's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And next book on the Marvel Comics pull list this week is Daredevil issue number 8. Daredevil, also written by Chip Zdarsky, also pretty good. I feel like Daredevil's been a slower burn, but a consistently great comic. I didn't jump into it until the issue 1 reboot after Devil's Reign, but I've been thoroughly enjoying it. We've been getting this slow build up to a showdown between the Fist and the Hand. And of course, Daredevil and Elektra are leading the Fist, and Punisher right now is the leader of the Hand. So in this issue, we finally get the war between Daredevil and Punisher. And I'm excited about that. I hope it's a super action-packed issue. It's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. And the last book on the Marvel Comics pull list this week is the one that I'm probably most excited about, and that is Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, issue number 1. So we are all the way inside of the Sins of Sinister event at this point. Sinister's got a plan to take over the world, and it seems the only mutant on the Quiet Council that like had sense enough to see what was happening was and is Storm. So this book is kind of taking the place of X-Men Red for a little while the Sins of Sinister event is going on. It's written by X-Men Red scribe Al Ewing, and the art on this one, if I'm not mistaken, who's doing the art? I think it's Paco Medina, who has done a bunch of good art. He's a good artist. So Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, I am excited about specifically because I just really like Storm. She's one of my favorite mutants. And so, yeah, give me Storm saving the day like any day of the week. I'm excited about it. Anyway, Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, issue number 1. It's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A. That's the last book on my Marvel pull list this week. So just sticking to the list, my Marvel books are going to cost me $16 this week. And with all that said, let's move on to the indies. There are 2 indie titles on my list this week. The first from Image and Philadelphia writer Rodney Barnes. This is Monarch number 1. So Monarch is a story about some teenagers in Compton who happen upon an alien invasion. So one teen in particular has to like save his friends from these aliens. I really enjoyed Rodney Barnes's writing on Philadelphia, but the themes got a little bit too mature for me, right? So this feels like it's going to be geared a little bit maybe toward a younger audience, and I'm excited to see what that's all about. The art by Alex Lins looks really cool as well. This should just be a fun indie comic, and I'm excited for what the series might hold. So again, I'm trying out more indies this year, and Monarch is pretty good, or it looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'll give you a review next Thursday on the Hangout. Now, a Monarch number 1's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm grabbing cover A, and there is one last indie book on my pull list this week, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Armageddon Game, The Alliance, issue number 4. So at this point, I'm too deep into the Armageddon Game event to start to drop it. Like, then I'm going to be mad that I didn't complete the run. But I have decided that after this, I'm going to stop pulling Ninja Turtles. Unless this event just wraps up in like such an earth-shattering, amazing way, I'm going to stop picking it up physically. I might buy the digital issues, but I will most likely just wait for the oversized hardcover collections. And that's how I'm going to collect Ninja Turtles after this event's over. But for now, so the TMNT Armageddon Game is basically like Ninja Turtles team up during this event. This time around, we're going to have Venus de Milo, which is the female turtle from that series that did a weird crossover with the Power Rangers when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure that happened. Was that a thing? I feel like that was a thing. Anyway, so we're getting her with Bludgeon, who is a shark that I'm not familiar with. But anyway, this is how deep the TMNT lore gets, and I'm like, wait, there's more than just the turtles. I don't remember these people. So anyway, TMNT Armageddon game Alliance number 4. I guess, like I said, I'm way in too deep to turn around now, but it's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm gonna grab the cover A, and that's it for the indie books on my list. My indie total is going to be $8 this week, and that brings my grand total. If I just stick to the list, my grand total this week will be, I think, $41. Did I do that math right? Yeah, I'm at 41 as my total this week, and hey, not bad for there to be all these books and I technically be under budget. That's dope. But we already know the B and C covers for Static Shadows of Dakota, that's going to take me up to 50 right there. And then the ratios is just a whole different thing. I'm hoping I come out spending less than $100 on the ratios, but I don't know. We'll see what the market dictates. But anyway, that's my list for the week. I'm super excited about Static. I'm super excited about Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. Very excited about The Flash as well. Everything else, I'm like, cool. This should be good. Monarch, I'm very curious about. Daredevil, I hope is really good. I don't have high hopes for Amazing Spider-Man 19. Monkey Prince is going to be great. And Black Panther. It's going to be Black Panther by John Ridley. So that's my list. I hope you're excited about the books you're getting this week, though. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you're excited about. Huge shout out to the channel squad and channel family for making it so that I can actually have a pull list and talk to you about these books. If you want to support the channel in the same way, click the join button down below. You'll get exclusive access, early videos, and behind the scenes content. It'll be dope. But I'll see you guys in another video soon. Until then, make sure you're reading something dope. Peace.